Well, as that violence continues, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry is traveling to Geneva to meet with Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to discuss cooperation in Syria. The talks will focus on reducing violence, expanding humanitarian assistance, and discussing a political solution to end the civil war.
I can tell you that the talks are being held behind closed doors. The document is being confirmed behind the scenes. We said and repeated multiple times what is, in our view, the main hinder. It is the questions of separating moderate oppositions from the terrorists. It is the core problem now, and I cannot give you further details.
Well, Sarah Morris is following developments from Geneva.
Well, the U.S. Secretary of State and his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov, were supposed to be meeting in this hotel behind me here in Geneva to talk about a possible ceasefire in Syria. But we understand instead of meeting face-to-face, they have spoken over the telephone. That's according to the Russian Foreign Ministry. The things they discussed was a possible joint operation against terrorist organisations within Syria and also joint cooperation when it comes to delivering humanitarian aid in Syria. Now, talks between the two countries regarding a possible ceasefire in Syria have been ongoing now for some time. It was believed that the framework for a ceasefire had been drawn up between the two countries, but that negotiations had fallen over at the last minute earlier this week, particularly around the G20 summit in China, over the timing and duration of this ceasefire. The aim of the ceasefire is to try and get forces between the regime and the opposition in Syria to stop fighting long enough so that they can then return to the UN negotiating table and perhaps plot some sort of a roadmap for peace, or at least start some discussions towards peace.